Pierre Bourdieu was a renowned sociologist and public intellectual who made significant contributions to general sociological theory, theorizing the link between education and culture, and research into the intersections of taste, class, and education. He is well known for pioneering such terms as symbolic violence, cultural capital, and habitus. Bourdieu was born August 1, 1930 in Denguin, France and died in Paris on January 23, 2002. He grew up in a small village in the south of France and attended a public high school nearby before moving to Paris to attend the Lycée Louis Le Grand. Following that, Bourdieu studied philosophy at the École Normale Supérieure, also in Paris.
The major theory from Pierre Bourdieu that you will need to know is about his theory of capital. Capital is the currency that allows you to advance in society. It is the foundation of social life and determines your social role. Capital is the result of labor, and the amount of capital you can accumulate grows over time. There are two types of capital: social capital and cultural capital. Social capital can be described as who you know. Your amount of social capital depends on your social network. You can gain social capital in two ways. One, by being connected to a large number of people, or two, by being connected to a few people with a lot of capital. Cultural capital can be described as what you have and what you know. Pierre Bourdieu divided cultural capital further into three subtypes: embodied, objectified, and institutionalized cultural capital. So, first of all, we are going to look at embodied cultural capital, which is the qualities of your mind or body. Next, we are going to look at objectified cultural capital. It is your material belonging that have cultural significance. Finally, institutionalized cultural capital is a symbol of cultural competence and authority.
The example of theoretical capital is embodied state. The embodied state refers to capital in the form of knowledge that resides with us, while capital in the form of formal schooling is part of the embodied state. In the embodied state is that which required through language, when formal education and culture expect you to not only be able to know your ABC but to write or recognize words. Before entering to school, important to serve such thing the book at home and to be read. The student who cannot study because her work and to have support his family may also not have book in home or was not be read too early in life and cause lack of capital. Next, the example of social capital concept in the nature of the relationship between you and others in your network. The quality of relationship determines how much of the potential access to resource embedded in someone's social network he or she can actually realize. You may be friends with some people in your network. You may hold a lot of respect for others, or you may not like, yet others in your network relationship can evolve the trust and norms, obligation, expectation, or feeling of closeness.
He was who made significant contribution to general sociological theory, theorizing the link between education and culture, and research into intersections of taste, class, and education. His ideas continue to have a major impact on social science research, both on and with digital and internet-based technology. His research hugely important in the affirmation of differences between groups and social classes and in the reproductions of those differences. Lastly, several works of his are considered classic not only on sociology but also in anthropology, education, and cultural studies.
Pierre successfully made contribution to few sociological theories. He theorizing the link between education, culture, taste, and class. He sees power as culturally and symbolically created. Bourdieu distinguishes between forms of capital that can determine people's social positions, such as economic, social, and cultural capital. The shift from material to culture and symbolic forms of capital is to a large extent what hides the cause of inequality. It shows how the social order is progressively inscribed in people's mind through cultural products, including system of education, language, judgment, values, method of classification, and daily life activities. It leads to unconscious acceptance of social differences and hierarchies, to a sense of one place, and to behavior of self-exclusion.